Welcome back everybody, my name is Tucker and today is a very special video. It is the 2020 NBA Illogical Awards. And it feels kind of weird to say, but this is the 4th annual Illogical Awards. This is the 4th year that I've done this. But if you missed any of those previous ones, here's how this works. I'm going to be giving out some NBA awards for this season for all of the wrong reasons. These are all players, front office members, franchises themselves that have won these awards for a poor performance rather than a good one. Now, quickly before this video gets started, I do want to let you guys know about the sponsor of today's video, Manscaped. Now, you guys know me. Two things that I talk about in almost every single video are quality and value, and that's no different when it comes to the products that I use in everyday life. And for a lot of guys, manscaping can be kind of an awkward thing to try and find a solution to, which is why Manscaped has put together the world's first all-in-one solution for below-the-shoulders grooming and hygiene, the Perfect Package 3.0 by Manscaped. And that includes their most advanced trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. It's cordless, it's rechargeable, it comes with its own charging dock, it's also water resistant and has a light on the front as well. It's the best body trimmer out there and you won't find a better solution for below the shoulders grooming. Also included in the Perfect Package 3.0 is the Crop Preserver deodorant and the Crop Reviver toner. And let's just be honest, fellas, if you're gonna be putting deodorant under your armpits, you might as well put some below your waist as well. And on top of that, for a limited time, when you order the Perfect Package 3.0, you get 2 bonus gifts as well. This travel bag as well as a pair of Manscaped boxers, again for free when you order the Perfect Package 3.0. And you can get 20% off plus free shipping using my code SPORTING20 at checkout at manscaped.com. Again, that is free shipping and 20% off of the Perfect Package 3.0 at manscaped.com using the code SPORTING20, and that discount link will be down in the description below as well as in the comments. So again, guys, if you're looking for a manscaping solution, look no further than the Perfect Package 3.0. It's going to give you everything that you're going to need. And thanks again to Manscaped for sponsoring this video as well and for creating such great products that I would legitimately recommend to anyone. But with that said, go and enjoy the rest of the video. The first award of the 2020 NBA Illogical Awards is the Anthony Bennett Award. This is given to a former top 10 pick from the previous year's draft, so in this case it's the 2019 draft, that already looks like a bust. This was a community voted upon award, and the winner is Jarrett Culver of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So of the 3 players that I posted in the poll for this award, I felt like Jarrett Culver and Darius Garland were the 2 closest to winning this award because of where the expectations were for those guys and how much they did or did not meet them. And for Culver specifically, the offense really looks like it's going to be an issue. He has the athleticism and the length and the defensive prowess, it appears, to at least be a good NBA player. But if he doesn't continue to develop on the offensive end of the floor, it's going to be very tough for him to live up to the hype of a top 10 pick. And as a result, he is this year's winner of the Anthony Bennett Award. Moving on now to the next award, and it is the Billy King Award, given to a team that made a blockbuster trade that is most likely to come back to haunt them. And this year's winner is once again the Minnesota Timberwolves in trading away their 2021 first-round pick in exchange for D'Angelo Russell. Now, when you look at some of the trades that were made this year, there's really not that many to pick from that could potentially be in this category. But once I started looking, this one became a pretty glaring example of exactly what the Billy King Award is all about. It's not that there's a 100% chance that this trade is going to backfire on the Timberwolves, but more so that it's at least kind of likely that this has a pretty disastrous effect on their franchise moving forward. I understand that the pick is top 3 protected and they got rid of Andrew Wiggins in the deal, but if things don't go well this upcoming season with the D'Angelo Russell, Karl Anthony Towns combination in Minnesota, they're going to be very limited in their ability to continue to improve the roster moving forward if they don't keep that first round pick in 2021. Next up now is the Vivek Ranadive Award, given to the most dysfunctional franchise in the NBA, and this was once again a community award. And this year's winner is the New York Knicks. Now, to be honest with you guys, if this was 100% up to me, I would have given this award to the Cleveland Cavaliers rather than the Knicks for this season, but that's one of the great things about having you guys vote on these awards. The Cavaliers had a lot of things go wrong this season, but the most important to me is how disastrous of a hiring John Beilein as head coach ended up being, and not even making it through his first full season and some of the financial things that go along with that. But ultimately, the Knicks are still the Knicks. They're still not making very much progress at all towards becoming a very good team in the future, despite the fact that I do think they have some good things going for them, as outlined in the What's Next video I did on them, but they still have one of the worst owners in the league. They still have a very limited direction and a limited young talent pool as well. So apart from their cap space and the name that they have attached to them, not a whole lot going for what is still a very dysfunctional franchise in New York. Next up now is one of my favorite awards. It's the Bucket Chucker Award, given to a player that is one of the most high volume, inefficient shot takers in the entire league. And this year's winner is DeVonte Graham of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, I was really surprised by this one, and I didn't want to give this to DeVonte Graham because I think he's a good player. I think he's done a lot of good things in Charlotte in terms of his improvement from year one to year two. But when you really start to look at some of the field goal attempt numbers compared to his percentage, there was really no other person to pick for this award. Like I said, I didn't want to pick him, but the stats are so glaring for Graham this year. Now, obviously, you also have to take into account that the supporting cast on the offensive end of the floor is not great in Charlotte, and that's one of the reasons why he has to take so many shots, and he takes a lot of tough threes, so it's not necessarily surprising that his percentage is this low, but it is surprising to me that he ends up being this year's winner of the Bucket Chucker Award. Next up now is the Landry Fields Award, given to a player that has shown promise in the past, but took a step back this season, and this is once again a community voted upon award, and this year's winner is Gary Harris of the Denver Nuggets. Now, coincidentally, Harris won this award last year as well when I was the one picking it, and now this year when you guys are the one voting on it, he wins it once again. He has been on a downhill trajectory over the last couple of seasons, especially the offensive end of the floor. I don't know if it's injury stuff. I don't know if it's a confidence thing. Whatever it is, Gary Harris just isn't the same player offensively that he has been in the past. He still does a lot of other good things well, but if you're looking for a prototypical, this guy used to look like he was an up-and-coming player, and now his value is certainly decreasing around the league. That player is Gary Harris, both last year and this year, making him this year's winner of the Landry Fields Award. We move on now to another one of my favorite awards. It's the Big Man Small Boards Award, given to an NBA big that is either unaware of their size or simply unwilling to use it to pull down rebounds. And this year's winner is Lauri Markkanen of the Chicago Bulls. Now, Markkanen has certainly had a step back season this year. He's got career lows in pretty much every single significant box score statistical category, and that certainly includes his rebounding numbers as well. In fact, among all forwards and centers in the entire league, Markkanen is the only one to play over 29 minutes per game and pull down less than 6.5 rebounds per game as well, and he has the fourth lowest total rebound percentage of any forward and center across the entire league. Which, when you combine that with how much he's on the floor, there was really only one choice for this award. You just go straight to the stats and it tells you exactly who's going to win it. And this year's winner of the Big Man Small Boards Award is Lauri Markkanen. Next up now is the Walking Turnover Award, which is pretty self-explanatory, but it's basically given to a player that is most careless with the basketball throughout the entire league. And this year's winner is Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors. Now, this seems kind of strange, right? That Draymond ends up winning this award this year, and I was really surprised as well. Typically, I give this to a guard. More often than not, it's a bench or a fringe starter guy that just doesn't have a very good assist-to-turnover ratio and isn't helping their team that much in the playmaking department while also coughing up the ball a lot. But the more I looked into the advanced stats, Draymond Green became a clear candidate, because when you look at his assist-to-turnover ratio straight up, it doesn't look bad at all. And I was leaning more towards, if I was going to give it to a forward, someone like Julius Randle, who basically has a 1-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. But then when you go deeper into it and you look at the turnover percentage, Draymond Green actually has the highest turnover percentage, which is the amount of turnovers committed per 100 possessions on an estimated basis. And it's going to be Draymond Green winning this award simply because of that advanced stat and because of how often he turns the ball over per 100 possessions according to the advanced stats. So Draymond Green, unfortunately, is this year's winner of the Walking Turnover Award. And second to last now is the Buyer's Remorse Award. And this is given to a team that is already regretting a big free agency signing from the offseason prior. This is also a community voted upon award. And this season's winner is Al Horford of the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, if we're just being honest with ourselves, this was a pretty obvious one, right? Al Horford has been one of the biggest free agency busts of last offseason, and that can be situational, it can be contextual, it can be because of the amount of money that was spent compared to the production that he's putting up in Philadelphia. And you could say that there were signs coming that this was going to be a bad idea. In fact, when I did the offseason edition of the Illogical Awards for the 2019 awards, I listed him as a guy to keep an eye on as potentially a really, really bad move. And it turns out that looks like it's going to be true, given his age, given the amount of money that he's going to be paid over the next couple of seasons, and given how poor of a fit it appears to be in Philadelphia. He is absolutely the winner of the Buyer's Remorse Award for the 2020 Illogical Awards. And last up now is the Delusional Shooter Award, given to a three-point shooter that continues to chuck up threes at a high volume despite their low percentage. And this year's winner is Spencer Dinwiddie of the Brooklyn Nets. Now, this is kind of a strange one for me because Dinwiddie, whenever I watch him, it feels like he's making a good amount of shots from the perimeter, whether it's this season or in past seasons. When you look at his statistics and you're looking at how many threes he's putting up a game and the percentage at which he's knocking them down, he should maybe consider decreasing the volume of those attempts, because among perimeter players, he has one of the lowest percentages among players that are taking as many threes per game as he is. And it hurts me to put him on this list because I really like Spencer Dinwiddie as a player, but he is going to end up being this year's winner of the Delusional Shooter Award. And yeah, there you have it. That is going to be the end of today's video, and I thank you all very much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the Illogical Awards every single year. I know that this is a video that everybody's going to enjoy, and it always just makes me feel good to put this one out and create some content that you guys are always looking forward to. So thank you guys again so much. Thank you again to Manscaped for sponsoring this year's awards as well. And yeah, there you have it. That is going to be the end of today's video, and I thank you all very much for watching. Once again, my name is Tucker. If you missed any of my previous videos, then be sure to check out the boxes on screen. Thanks again, and I'll see you all next time.